we got here? You've got a new addition to the family.
Yeah, this is my second VH. I sold a Pacer for this one. A little bit of regret, but it is what it is.
A little bit of regret. The Pacer was pretty rough.
Yeah, Pacer needed a lot of work.
It was.
And Dad didn't let me mini tub it, so.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect candidate.
And the reason we got this car is because baby VJ, the Galant, is still off the road.
Yeah, been off the road since April.
Since April, yeah. So we've received pistons. We're now just waiting for the camshaft.
And machining.
And you got sick of walking everywhere, pretty much.
Yeah. So I put my Pacer up for sale in July, and owner of this car said I'm willing for a swap, and I got cash on top, kept my cluster, and I got this, which was, there was a lot of problems with it, but it was a running driving car, and it still was a good swap. So, and I do love this car a lot. You
had a lot to do to get this roadworthy. There was a bit of rust issues in the rail, and
well, there was your typical stuff, like it needed full front end rebuild, had never been rebuilt, and rear end rebuild.
Yeah.
So got new bushes, all that, and then the proportioning valve got stuck in the master cylinder, so the back brakes hadn't worked in a long time. So we did a secondary rebuild on the master cylinder.
Yeah. So Dad taught you how to rebuild that.
Yep. So.
And then we got it running, and you've whacked in the spare MSD programmable ignition system you had. And
I had it out of the Galant.
What happened? So it's got a 245 in it. What happened when you swapped out this ignition system?
I might have done a rookie mistake.
You had it registered for 11 days.
11 days. 11 days, and I thought I'd do an upgrade. So I upgraded, put the ignition system purely because I wanted a rev limiter, because I didn't want to blow up my engine like I did in the Galant.
Yes, we learned from our mistakes, which is positive. Very glad.
Yeah, and then I proceeded to keep advancing the timing instead of retarding the timing.
So you were twisting it which way?
I was twisting it, I can't remember which way now. So.
Oh God, don't touch the distributor,
don't touch the
Alan.
dizzy.
So he was advancing it and advancing it.
Anti-clockwise or clockwise, either anti-clockwise or clockwise. So.
Yeah. So and you advanced it, and what happened?
I probably advanced it to about 50 degrees of timing, and it detonated pretty bad. And then I advanced it that far that it stopped making any detonation noises, and then
so we went, sweet, this is perfect.
This is great, but it's seizing up as I'm trying to start it. I don't know what's going on. And it might have broke all the. I literally drove to the factory complex to adjust my headlights with my mate in the car, and it broke all the rings just out the front of the factory, just idling.
So he rings Mum at very early hours of the morning.
11 o'clock, yeah.
11:30. And I say, well, just leave it there. I'll come pick you up, take your mate home. And so motor out. This is motor number 3 in 1 year for you.
Well, I got all the luck. So I went out, well, this is probably destroyed. It'll be like the Galant's engine, which fortunately it wasn't. And I went out and bought a Centuria engine, which was supposedly running, and it was supposedly good. And then I got it and pulled it apart, and it needed a line hone. I went to put the bearings in, and there was a mil gap between the bearings, and it's not that great. So
that was one of those special machine jobs straight out of the factory.
Yeah, a really poor standard machine job.
Very poor standard that they did with the Hemis back then.
Yeah. But other than that, it was a really good block. Not much rust in the water galleries. It had virgin bore. It was.
I don't think it'd run a lot, but we pulled this one apart, and
and I got a 265 as well, and that was seized, but
I
didn't have to pay anything for that one.
So in the end, it was better the devil we know, and we pulled this one apart and discovered that it was already 60 up.
Yep. So 255 cube instead of 245.
Yeah. And it had a little bit of a lip.
Yeah, it had a minor lip, probably a 2-3 thou lip on the bore. So I went, I don't want to go out and machine the other engine because that's going to cost me a lot.
Because we're young and in a hurry, and we're sick of walking, and we wanted to make it to Chopped.
Yeah, because Chopped was the week after.
So the week before Chopped, you and Dad did a little more than run the dunny brush down it. What did you do?
So we used a special tool that cut the lip off the bore.
Yep.
instead of just hoping and praying that the dunny brush will do it.
Yep.
So we cut the lip off the bore until it was flush, and then we ran the brush up and down it with a really hard edge.
Yep.
And then we went and got 3.8 litre Commodore ecotech 30 up pistons.
Yep.
Piston rings. So and I just filed them back to correct size.
So we taught you, or Dad taught you a little bit of how to old school build a motor
on a
in
budget,
the backyard.
$500 budget.
On a $500 budget, which you did. You replaced the shells, so all the bearings are new.
All the bearings are new. It did nothing to the top end. The head was all the way it was. The intake came off the Centura engine. This pristine exhaust manifold came off the Centura engine.
So you made it to chopped.
Raced
it was running all right.
Yeah.
You did the plugs. So you found some plugs.
Oh yeah, I found some plugs because we found after chops that my primary needles were stuck wide open at all times. So it was running rough, and I'm like,
and was using a lot of fuel. Was leaving little black spots everywhere.
And I pulled the carby apart, and yeah, someone had screwed the screw up too tight in the top of the primary needles, and it bent the primary needles on it, cocked it on an angle, just enough of an angle that they seized open.
So the carby was given to Mum and went, Mum, show me what to do. So we fixed all of that, gave it a clean up.
We just cleaned in the top of it. We didn't pull it apart. We just cleaned it in the top of it, and then I did my slow tuning through the time with this pristine exhaust manifold.
Yep.
And then I had a fuel pump die the day after I tuned the car. So
and that was a brand new fuel pump. I'm very happy to say that there is a certain company that is now making fuel pumps, and the ones for the Hemis are going to be available very soon. And they're no longer being made in China; they're being made in Slovenia.
Yeah.
So dobaran, all you Slovenians over there.
Not Chinesium.
Not Chinesium. So
yeah. So then I went.
I'm done.
This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good because I thought I'd destroy the engine again because the Galant had the same situation. When you go flat out throttle, after a bit it would like surge and try to stop, and this did the same thing.
But it was just his
fuel
pump.
But it was just a fuel pump. Just a fuel pump.
So we replaced that. That lasted all of a week.
Yeah, well that fuel pump lasted me about 2 weeks worth of running.
So we got it to chopped. What else did you do at chopped? What other damage did you do?
Reverse into a tree, destroyed my rear bar. I got a new one now.
Yes.
Under insurance because another person ran into me bar and made it worse.
That's right.
But that's another story.
The girls are driving themselves into you.
Yeah. Broken engine mount. So and the contacts in the alternator wore out.
Yes.
This is great. So I did a little bit of backyardery.
So Dad taught you all the backyard tricks.
Cut a notch into the contacts and slid them down further.
All the bush mechanic tricks.
Yeah. So and then
you got it back.
And then now I've got a 440 fuel pump on it.
Yes.
So high volume. So it leaks a little bit of fuel out of the top of the carby, but that's
okay.
She'll be right.
Because fuel's cheap.
She'll be right. We just say she'll be right. Yeah, and then
you got a ticky.
I had a ticky ever since I got it. Since I put this intake and exhaust manifold on.
And you were looking for the leak.
It just kept getting worse. And I went, it's leaking, but it just went on my nut. Made me go nuts, and I was going to buy a pacemaker extractor, but Pacemaker themselves gave me donated me a pacemaker extractor.
Yes, because you're an apprentice and you've spent all of this money trying to get this car on the road. And so, a great team at Pacemaker. Thank you very much for that. So, when you took this manifold off, what did you discover? Let's do a little bit of show and tell. You found your exhaust leak.
Oh yeah, I found the exhaust leak. I expected it was the manifold. Dad pointed it out, but I couldn't really see. But yeah. There's the other bit of it. There's the other part.
He had a special Chrysler two-piece.
Two-piece manifold, cracked all the way around other than this area there.
Yeah, so only this little clean spot here was holding it on.
And not only is there a crack there, there's another crack that goes down there. So it's great. It's great.
It was giving you more airflow and driving you nuts at the same
time.
Well,
it sounded like a ticking time bomb. Is there actually a spark plug in there?
Yeah, probably. It was in the steel.
Is that actually?
Yeah, but it was in the steel bin. So this will get recycled, and
no, I'm welding this back together and showing it as a pristine piece.
No, this will go through the recycling. So I think this has seen better days. So you've built behind these pacemaker extractors, we went, while we're here, and because Alan is such an expert at building exhaust systems,
I decided to put a 1 1/4 inch exhaust system on it. No.
We decided, Dad decided for him.
Dad decided, yeah.
That we're going to shoehorn a drain pipe in underneath. So how big is your mandrel system?
It's got a 3-inch stainless mandrel system with a 13-inch muffler and a 12-inch resonator. It's tucked up into the guard in the back.
Yes.
And wow, is it a tight fit. Wow, is it a tight fit. I wouldn't have had a problem with it if it just dumped at the diff. But Dad doesn't like that.
Just so that all of our neighbours understand, we appreciate you, and we made him put a tailpipe on it.
Yeah, I had to.
Even though it was very, very, very tight, and we might have had to have dolloped that exhaust
a couple times
to make it fit.
But fine.
Yes, so it has that very Hemi sound. I call it the whine. Because
Mum hates Hemi sounds. I love them. I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan because when they're sitting at 100 k's an hour with a drain pipe exhaust, they sound like they're going.
It's nice and quiet. It's nice and quiet, is what it is.
It's a totally, sonic boom.
Totally not 250 decibels or whatever it is.
So it's a bit of a boom at 100 k's, but at 80, it's whisper quiet. Yeah. So it's nice.
Yeah.
All right, so how has it been running since you've updated this exhaust system now?
Not too bad. It's more powerful.
Yes.
But I am getting an upgrade.
What's the next on the list?
Next on the list is all top end bits. I'm not getting a cam. I do need a cam, but I'm not getting a cam.
Your bump stick's still got bumps on it.
My bump's still got bumps on it. So I'm getting a tunnel ram for it. It used to be Lynx, but now it's Weber Performance tunnel rams that come out all the way up to the shock tower with a 4-barrel on it. So
with a 4-barrel. So
it's got not much low end power, which is unusual, but it's got not much low end power, so I need to squeeze as much power out of this engine as possible. So,
which is super. So stay tuned for more updates on Big Al's, which is supposed to be a coach building apprenticeship, but I think you've done a little bit of mechanics now as well on top.
Well, it seems to be, yes, this car needs a lot of coach building put into, a lot of panel beating, a lot of rust repairs, but yeah, it seems to be the main problem is the mechanical side. So,
and hopefully next time we'll be updating you on the baby VJ.
Or maybe the tunnel ram.
See you again. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you next couple of weeks. If you like this video, don't forget to click like and leave a comment. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and click the notification bell. If you like the t-shirts that you see the crew wearing, there's a link in the description below where you can grab some for yourself. Thanks for watching.